They always give excuses for their laziness. Drunkards.
We are being disrespected by criminals.
The Operation Dudula is worthless, is stupid. They don't have money. The beautiful South African women are sleeping with us Nigerians. They are opening their legs for us.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Foreign national ban should be from accessing public facilities.
12 million of South Africans are unemployed, meaning 54% out of 100% of South African population is swimming in a pool of poverty. The black population is 81.4%, and 54% is unemployed, and 27.4% is employed as doctors, nurses, teachers, scientists, engineers, lawyers, police, soldiers, journalists, professors, and more. Our people are highly skilled with proper qualifications, not fake papers like others who are deported for faking to be doctors.
A United States court has sentenced Nigerian national Patrick Nwauku for his role in a fraudulent scheme involving fake nursing certificates and licenses. Authorities revealed that Nwauku and his associates sold forged credentials to individuals seeking employment in the healthcare sector, resulting in losses exceeding $1.5 million.
It doesn't mean we're lazy if we value our qualifications. Do we have to work for minimum wages in our country while big companies hire illegal migrants for cents? No, we're fighting for better payments. Just like our brothers were massacred in Marikana Lawn Mill Mine, fighting for better salaries, not minimum wages. So illegal migrants are standing in our way to fix job issues in SA.
But we do need sustainable jobs. We do need young people to have relevant jobs that are sustainable, but also that bring dignity. I do not think that it's correct for a person with the qualification to be found in a low-paying job.
It's like, it's a 12-month program. After that, what do? We sit back at home. We're still unemployed. So low-key, it is very pointless. I would really like a president to bear in mind that as much as he educated, but then asisebenzi for the causes that we obtained with our higher institutions. So kindly and humbly and respectfully, Mr. President, make means to build more opportunities for us as the youth.
A lot of the youth is more of the creative youth. They're good at creating, they're good at art and everything. So I feel like if the president starts investing in those type of stuff, it's going to be better for the youth, and I feel like the unemployment rate is gonna just decrease a bit.
Zwelethu Zonda is a natural salesman. He gets by selling goods from the back of his friend's vehicle.
It becomes a problem now of survival to say, now if I don't do this, what am I going to do, you know? And then that's when the crime mindset starts coming in. That's when the negative things starts coming in. So we need to always try and keep your mind in a positive state, you know.
Their main product is homemade acha, a type of pickle.
I told him I'm bringing him the best acha in town. I want him to come and have a look. Where's Ali?
Meet Sepo Kwadi. He's one of the 400,000 unemployed graduates in the country. He's been studying for his BCom accounting, but has been looking for a job for the past 2 years.
I've actually going out sending CVs sometimes from the internet, and then sometimes I will actually go out myself trying to approach companies.
Malwandla Hanabe is a qualified chemical engineer. The 23-year-old has spent the past year looking for work with no success. After exploring all avenues, Hanabe says she decided to take to the streets.
I was looking for like busy corners where I can come and have my board so that people can see me. So I just said maybe here in Jansmas there are a lot of people passing, maybe going for meetings and all that, so they can notice me.
This graduate says she chose engineering because there's always a demand for people with those skills.
I fell in love with chemistry, so that led me to do chemical engineering.
Remember these cues? These were some of the scenes we saw on Youth Day this year when thousands of young people turned up to apply for jobs in Gauteng. They were responding to the Jobs Fair campaign launched by the province for 8,000 available positions. To date, an overwhelming 1.2 million people applied, and Gauteng Premier Panyaza Lesufi says this is the true face of unemployment.
So when South Africans say, Go back home to your country. It is not out of hate, no. It is because we also want you people to prosper in your own countries. So when people say South Africans are lazy and we're unskilled people, we don't want to work, we just like to drink and beat our woman, psst, come on, man, that is BS. And majority of vocal people about this issue are not even in South Africa. They speak as if they have been inside South Africa, but they don't know what we're going through as South Africans. Nigerians, those who are illegal inside our country. With illegal activities inside our country, always know that we're coming for you. And don't say we didn't warn you. The free ride on the backs of our people is over.
They must kill us, and we are doing it peacefully, and we are doing it aligned with the rule of law. And someone was accusing us about running the horse in the city of Durban, saying that since he was born, he never seen what is happening. They say, where is the law that says it's not allowed? There's no law that says that. We are genius people. We may look down, we are genius people. We know exactly what is happening, and we know our constitution, and we know our regulations. That's why we are here. Police are respecting us, and everyone is respecting us. Thank you to Babu Mkhonazi for making sure that all the drug cartels in South Africa, now their time is over. And thank you for whomever that they have appointed General Mkhonazi to say to make sure that they deal with the organized crime in this country. Now it's time, all the youth of South Africa and everyone, whomever you are there, and corners of the world, can you all stand up and make sure that we reparate our own country peacefully and making sure that we are following the rule of law, because when we are arrested, our country is going to be destroyed even more. Whomever that can come to this country with the aim of destroying it, because it's the last hope of Africa. The last hope of Africa, South Africa, can be destroyed by illegal immigrants allowed by all these stupid politicians that are taking money from illegal routing, Julius Malema and all of other politicians. Their time is over. insizwa zithatha isinqumo sokuthi zenze umbhikisho ukuthula njengoba uyibona nje phansi kanje zihlalele ukuthi zithi amaphoyisa zicela amaphoyisa angene la sinesiqiniseko sinamagama amaphoyisa uma ngabe amaphoyisa angangeni la sizobalula amagama amaphoyisa sikhipha amavideo amagama amaphoyisa nezithombe zawo amaphoyisa ahlomulayo kulabantu bokufika bahlala la kunama drugs la sithi thina amaphoyisa sicela ukuapprovela ukuthi njengomphakathi yithi sinolwazi makuthiwa asihlale sisiza amaphoyisa ukuthi amaphoyisa enze umsebenzi wawo sethembeke siwumphakathi singahlangani nobugebengu silekelela amaphoyisa sisuke senzela lokho njengamanje sithi amaphoyisa sizohlala phansi thina bese sithi amaphoyisa sicela sesha mengatholanga lutho kunabo kuthi siyabonga
What unfolded in Durban was not just another street march. It was one of the most talked about demonstrations in recent weeks, drawing thousands of people from different organizations, sectors, professions and communities into the streets under one message that South Africans are demanding stricter enforcement of immigration laws, stronger regulation of informal trade and tougher action against criminality.
We'll keep on marching until we win. That was the whole idea. It's, like from the onset, the first march, we did say it's not the last one. We'll continue to march until our government listens to what we have to say. And as expected, we did know that the next best thing that people will do is to spread this xenophobic notion. So that's the news going around the world now, that we're xenophobic. And of course, typical of our government, they are panicking because they know that their business interests are being shaken. Unfortunately, when push comes to shove, the country is about its people. It's not about their businesses. And we're not going to negotiate our safety in our country anymore with politicians who know that they live in high walls and they've got their children not affected by any of what's happening today and what's happening in our communities. So if they want to keep illegal immigrants, they must take them and put them in their neighborhoods. They must sell their spother shops. They must open them for their children. And then we'll see that they're really, really passionate about this anti-xenophobia notion. Well, it might not make a difference to our government because we know they think they have monopoly over the people. But it does make a difference to the people because every day more and more people are realizing just what a mess we've been living in and been tolerating for the longest time because we've been gaslighted by being told that the Constitution says. And the very people who have been tasked with making sure that they adapt the Constitution for all the needs of the South Africans as the years go by are not doing that. So now, as they said in the Freedom Charter that the people shall govern, we're demonstrating that this is our country. And if they're scared of foreigners, we're not scared of them. And we're not going to be the only ones respecting the laws of this country while they allow foreigners to do as they wish because they know that they've got businesses all over the African continent. So therefore they're protecting their own businesses with our lives.
When that square-head Nigerians say we're lazy and stupid and we're drunkards and we don't want to work, what is he really crying for exactly?
They always give excuses for their laziness. Drunkards. Even if there's job, they're not going to work. So Nigerians, since they have been blaming us that we are the one doing this or doing that, please, if you have to use this opportunity, use it and go back home.
Exactly. And guys, you hear these people are saying that South Africans are nothing but lazy drunkards. But these are the insults that we have to endure coming from these people. And the question that I have is, if you guys are such hard workers, why are you scattered all over the world and not in your country and actually working to make sure that your country prospers? I do not understand. This is the same narrative that is being peddled by the Zimbabweans. That no, you know, in South Africa, those people are nothing but lazy. But guys, if you are such hard workers and you are so much educated, why are you not in your country? Because Nigerians are all over the country, are all over the continent right now. And it's not like South Africa is the only country that actually has the problem with the Nigerians. Everybody in the continent, they have a problem with Nigerians. The countries in Europe, they are regretting letting you guys in. So if we are lazy and you guys are such hard workers, why are you not going back home to your shithole country and actually make that country prosper? I don't understand.
You know, let's leave that space for them and let's see who they want to blame. Which African country they're going to blame next for their laziness. Even if there is job, they're not going to work. So please, guys, the embassy is offering free ticket back home. You all should use it. Please, if you have to go home with your family. It's better to be safe than being in that kind of environment.
But as for me, I can see what is happening. The Nigerians want to take over South Africa, so they will do anything to destabilize SA with drugs and prostitution and say, look, they're lazy, but they don't talk about South African youth that graduate from colleges and universities every year. A solid proof that to a youth is willing to work, but unemployment is standing on our way. So when they see our youth unemployed, they take advantage and feed them drugs, so that the future of South Africa is destroyed and they take over our country. Please listen to this 2 videos, please.
We're being disrespected by criminals.
The Operation Dudula is worthless, is stupid. They don't have money. All of them are poor people. They can't leave their country. They don't have a passport. They don't get the beautiful South African women are sleeping with us Nigerians. They are opening their legs for us, and we keep giving them babies. Very soon, we are going to have a Nigerian man as the president of South Africa, because now 90% of South African women are impregnated with Nigerian men child. That is our job. We go into your country and we impregnate your women. So, I mean, this is already a done deal. You feel me?
And I just wanted to clear up this one point. There was a brother that said there's 40% of South African women that are involved in relationships with Nigerians. That is absolute BS. You guys don't choose the ones like us that are working, that have our houses and all of those things. You guys choose the cheapest of the cheap, the ones that don't have another option but to be with you.
So let them keep crying with their big, ugly forehead. They have nothing. South African men, nothing. Just, they have a useless pattern of life. Drinking, you know, Amapiano. And even Amapiano was even brought by the white man. Amapiano was stolen by black South Africa. So black South Africans have no originality whatsoever. You understand? So, but it's high time. If you're a white South African, please take over your country. The blacks, degenerate fucking niggers, have spoiled your country. It is high time that South Africa go back to the apartheid. You know, now is the time. We cannot wait anymore. Nelson Mandela went to prison for nothing. You know, you went there to waste his time. You know, and even it wasn't even Nelson Mandela that even sold you guys. If you guys read your history clearly, yeah, it was Nelson Mandela that sold you to the Afrikaners. You know, so Donald Trump, my president, I'm even going to start a petition. I'm going to start a protest from Monday. I'm going to Washington D.C. South Africa needs to be given to the rightful owner, you know, which are the white men from the Afrikaners. They need to take over. That's all I have to say for now. I want South Africans, black South Africans, to become slaves again. I want them to suffer. I want them to be called, I want the apartheid. I want them to be segregated back. I want them. That is what I want. And if, so let me tell you something. It is going to happen. If it doesn't happen in my lifetime, it's going to happen with my children, because at least I've impregnated like 7 South African women. And I know, yes, and I know those women are going to be great in life. So my seed are going to be your leaders. Yes. My Nigerian seed are going to be in charge of you. Yes, yes. That is to show you. Now you guys are zero. Your women are also cheap. Your men cheap. Nothing, zero. You, foolish people. Donald Trump, please, my president, bomb South Africa. Bomb that country. Now.
My Nigerian brothers, I've been waiting for this moment ever since I came to South Africa. What we must do is to work together and to get our land that we deserve. After we are done in Eastern Cape and the land is ours, we must expand to KZN and claim our rightful.
So are you telling me that South Africans are xenophobic when they fight for the betterment of their youth? They must just stand aside and watch as you destroy the future of this country. That's what you're telling us. To look the other way while our kids are killed. Bullshit. Mr. Squarehead was busy bragging about having 7 kids with 7 South African women. And one day those kids are going to be our rulers and take South Africa permanently as Nigeria. So let me tell you this, Mr. Squarehead. The ancestors of your kids are in Nigeria, and we all value father's bloodline over the mother's bloodline. Your square-headed kids are going to be deported as well because they can't hide their square heads from us. And as well, we know your plan about South Africans now, and for the Zimbabwean who said they must take Eastern Cape first and make it their rightful place. After that, they must take KZN. Well, my friend, if you want to see a ghost, go and trouble the Zulus. You will wish to fly when they come. No Nigerian's force will stand against the Zulus.
The apartheid was not bought away, it was fought. Right now, as we are fighting to save our country from illegal immigrants, it demonstrates that a continuity of culture of fighting is still alive in South Africans even today. Because what you are today is what you've always been. We've always been fighters. That is why when you talk about a fighter in South Africa or African context, Shaka Zulu distinguishes himself amongst all other fighters in Africa. When you say Shaka Zulu, he's synonymous with a pre-colonial warrior. He's actually more famous than any other African warrior to be known of. Secondly, we've always dominated any era of leadership. Pre-colonially, Shaka Zulu sticks out more than any other Nigerian leader. There's no way that you could be great in the past and be shit today. If you are shit today, it's most probably the fact that you've always been shit.
African people are nice people. They want Nigeria to function. They want Nigeria to work. But each time you speak to Nigerians, you can see how arrogant they get. You can see how boastful they are. It's not like they have anything to boast for. It's not like there's anything, because an average Nigerian doesn't want to live in Nigeria for any reason. Even when they are getting deported from any country, you see them, they start crying. They don't want to be deported to where they come from. Yes, they rub off where they come from in the faces of other people. How they move in droves to other people's space. So these things are reality. Each time you want to say these things, some of these people, they get petty, they begin to reduce the conversation into tribalism, they begin to, they just don't want to focus on what the crux of the matter is. Nigeria is becoming a monster to their neighbors and to every other countries by stretch. Because sometimes you see them, they cross countries to other. You can clearly see where South Africa is in geographically compared to where Nigeria is. South Africa is crying because of their influx and because of what they do.
My question is, what happened to you Nigerians that you devalue yourselves so much so that you value whiteness, whitey comforts, everything about white to the point where you would even, as young men, marry 70, 60, 80-year-old women. And I'm saying young men from their 20s, right? That's how much you devalue yourself rather than try and fix yourself within even your own country. What happened to you? What have you lost that you do not know? Because I've noticed that Nigerians, you don't know how to uphold a certain pride and dignity in who you are as Africans, to the point where you are the most susceptible and the most likely African person to sell us out on the level of actually selling our human flesh. Talk less of within your country where you even have baby farms. It's not just about what you do outside of the country. Within yourselves, you do this to yourselves. So what happened to you that you've devalued your own humanity to that level? And the only time Nigerians behave, I kid you not, is in European countries. And amongst whitey people. It's the only time. They never behave unless they are with whitey people.
So what must South Africans do in this matter? Does protecting mean xenophobic in our days? This narrative that is being pushed by Nigerians to demonize South Africans will never work. As long as people like me still exist in South Africa, Nigerians will leave our country. Not go to other countries, but back to Nigeria, together with their South African kids, 'cause now we know their evil plan about South Africa. Yeah, this is your boy, Happiness Mr. Revo from Blazing Debate, on another issues concerning Nigerians trying to annex South Africa. But anyway, see you on another one. Peace.